Hello everybody from Siem Reap. I am back. I am settled into my brand new apartment. More on that later coming up. I have been terrible. I've got to apologise. I've been terrible with my videoing since I've been back. I've just gone through some of my footage and gone, okay. And some of the odd clips that I do have of me going around looking at apartments, I forgot to turn my microphone on. Rookie error. I'm just going to roughly go through because I've been so busy since I got back. So I moved back into the hostel that I stayed in just before I left. It was called Queenstown, but I think they've actually changed the name. I will put the new name of it in here because off the top of my head, I can't remember. I stayed there for 1 week while I sorted out all the sort of admin bits and pieces that I had to do. First thing was a trip down to Cam Smile Services. It was lovely popping in and seeing them again. So handed off my passport to get my new visa. So I am now the proud owner of a 1-year visa. That came back in about probably about 8 days. It was really fast this time. Last time I did it, it took about 2 weeks, but it was really quick this time. Then it was serious, get my mind down to apartment hunting. I was just about to go and head off to IPS, the company that I used before, and then on several Facebook groups, a few properties popped up on my Facebook timeline. It obviously twigged that I was back here in Siem Reap. So I decided to go off and have a look at those. And also my friend Claire from For Real, she gave me a few that I should go and have a look at as well. I spent a full day looking round at different apartments. Some apartments were just different rooms within the same building. But this is where I forgot to turn my microphone on. So the first few have no sound to them. Can't believe I did it. I was wearing my mic, I just didn't turn it on. So I'm sat there, nothing coming out. But anyway, these are the first few that I looked at. So the first one, I didn't actually go to look inside. It was one that Claire recommended to me, but unfortunately, when I went to go and have a look, there was no availability, but they looked really, really nice. A few others popped up on cheap rents for Siem Reap. Again, I will put all the information here, or I will leave it down in the description. So I wandered off to go and have a look at the first one. It was, I believe, $130 a month for the first one, and it was on the ground floor. Now, this apartment building had a swimming pool, which was amazing. That's why I went, oh, that might be quite nice. But the room itself, it had no windows to it, and I've stayed in rooms with no windows before, and for me, a window is that's a hard line for me. I have to have a window. I like lots of light in my apartment. So when I said this, he says, well, we have 2 more up higher. So we went to the lift, went up, showed me the first one, and this was much better. It had loads of light flooding in. It was good, but I don't know about you. When I walk into a building, there is an initial feeling. As I walked in, for me, although I loved the layout of the apartment and it was really nice, I just didn't get that feeling. So he said that there was another one. I went to have a look at that one. But again, unfortunately, I just didn't get that initial feeling of, oh yeah, this is quite nice. So after that, I went to see another one. Still no sound on the video. I really apologize. Now, this one I really liked. I walked in and I had an instant sort of like feel. I found it quite hard to find it. As I walked in, I thought, yeah, this has got a nice feeling to it, but I still had quite a few others on my list. So went back to the hostel, got something to eat and drink, just jumped in a tuk-tuk and headed over to look for another apartment which is on the other side of the river. So the ones that I looked at this morning were lovely. The first one I'm not so sure about, it was a little dark. The second one, I really liked it. But I need to look at a couple more just before I make my final decision. So we're going to go off and look at this one. Again, it is $130, $130 per calendar month. Let's go. So these are the next apartments. The one I'm looking at is up on the second floor, which is up here somewhere. And all the flats have this really nice balcony as well. I'm just a little worried whether it's a little bit too far out. So this one is on the second floor. A fan, table, fridge, freezer. This looks very new. Wardrobe. And through to a kitchen area. Big washing machine and a little balcony. Hello. And it's on the second floor, so it might be a little much going up and down the stairs. So this is the second room that they've got. It's exactly the same, but it's on the end, so it has an extra window. But everything else is the same. This one was gorgeous. I really liked it. It was in an area that I knew, but again, it was down a little dirt road, and during the day it was lovely. It looked quiet. The apartment itself was gorgeous, but for me, I just thought it was a little bit too far out. Although it wasn't, it's probably about a 20-minute walk. But because it was down a quiet little lane, like a dirt track, I just thought if I do go out and come back late and it's dark, it's going to be very, very dark walking down there. This is the main road that the hostel is, and it's right at the end of this little tiny road. And this road at the end here is Makara, which goes straight into town. I'll insert a picture of a map just here. So for those reasons, I decided that that one wasn't for me. So out of those apartments, which one, if any, did you think, I quite like those? All the details, as always, I'm going to leave down in the description. The cost of the rent, the electric, the water. To be honest, they're all pretty much the same. The electric is always 25 cents per kilowatt hour. The water changes slightly. It could be a $5 flat rate, or it could be, I think mine here is 0.62 per unit. I don't know quite how that works out, but from talking to people, it works out roughly the same whether they meter it or whether it's a flat $5 fee. I hope you have enjoyed this little video of me looking about and finding my new little pad to live in. In the next one, I am going to show you me moving in and my couple of little teething problems, which were so small, and I have to say most of them were of my own doing rather than the apartment themselves. So anyway, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, you know what to do. Hit the button and I will see you in the next one. Bye.